If you're going on a cruise, you're definitely going to want to know what you should never do in your cruise cabin. Now, these tips are going to help you to avoid the things that you're just not allowed to do, as well as the times where, well, you'll want to avoid those potentially embarrassing situations. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewellcruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. Now in this video, I'm going to share with you the things that you absolutely should never do on a cruise. Now we're going to start with some safety items, but we're also going to go through some cruise ship etiquette. We're also going to go through some things that are kind of common sense, but really we all know they're not common sense for everybody. And we're going to go through a couple of tips that are going to save you any potential embarrassment on a cruise, because it can happen to the best of us. Now, before I get started, I did want to mention that if you like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give this video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And of course, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I would love to have you here within the LifeWell Cruise community. Let's get started. Now, the first thing that you should never do in a cruise ship cabin is smoke or even vape. And this goes even for those balcony cabins. Now, years ago, people used to be able to smoke on balconies, but I believe that the majority of cruise ships do not allow you to do this. Now, if you Google it, you will find that there was a fire, a big one, on a cruise ship just a few years ago. And thank goodness everything worked out safely for that cruise ship and the passengers. But obviously this is something that nobody wants a repeat of. So there's definitely no smoking in your cabin, no smoking on the balconies, and on the cruise ship you will find that there's designated areas to smoke and even to vape, so make sure that you do follow that rule. Number 2, along that same vein, you could never have anything with an open flame in a cabin. So that means you can't light a candle, you can't light any incense as well. Now what you can do if you like the smell of something a little bit nice in your cabin is you can usually bring some essential oils or bring some potpourri or something to make your cabin smell a little bit better. Now also something that you cannot do in your cabin is you cannot bring an iron on board or even a clothes steamer. And these are actually things that if you do try to bring them on board, they are usually going to be confiscated, and you don't want to try to sneak them on. Honestly, it's such a fire hazard. So please do not do that. Now, some cruise ships will have a small laundromat that you can go to on your own, a self-serve type, but not every cruise ship does. So if you don't have that where you can go and iron your clothes on your own, you will have to send your clothing to the pressing or the laundry service, or you can otherwise use that old shower trick, so shower and steam, or a little bit of Downy wrinkle release. Now this next one isn't necessarily very obvious, especially if you're on a hot weather cruise or on a Caribbean cruise. It's not to leave any items out on your balcony, and this is especially any clothing items. And again, this mostly has to do with fire safety. Just imagine, even from the smoking area, if somebody did throw a cigarette overboard, they don't want to have anything on the balconies that could potentially catch fire. Now, if you do leave clothing on the balconies and you're sailing, let's say it's at night, those also potentially could kind of get blown away into the ocean, and we definitely don't want that either. Now I have to say, if you are stationary in port and you do leave your bathing suit or something small out to dry, I have seen that many times. I've even done it myself. I think that you're allowed, but if anybody knows the answer to that, please leave it in the comments below. Now let's go through some things that you should never do in the cabin itself. So one of those things is you should never do anything that might ruin the cabin or the stateroom. So the same thing like a hotel room. So things that you don't want to do is put tape on the wall. You also don't want to kind of put any holes in the wall. That's probably very obvious. So don't put any push pins on the wall. If you do want to hang something up, most of the time the cruise cabin walls are going to be metal. And so what you can do is you can bring some magnets and you can put them on the wall. I like to bring some magnet clips so I can put my shore excursion information, my tickets to things, and I can clip them right on the wall. And I also like to bring magnet hooks so I can hang up bathing suits maybe to dry, or I can hang up my backpack, my sun hat, that kind of thing. And some people say that they bring command hooks or suction hooks. Now the next thing that you never ever want to do is leave your valuables in your cruise cabin in plain sight. So there is a safe, and the safe is there for a reason. So make sure that you put your cash, your wallet, your credit cards, your passport, your jewelry, all of that, put it right in your cabin safe. I've actually heard of some people putting their medication, like their prescription medication, right in the cabin safe, just to make sure that for whatever reason, that it's just never touched and that you have what you need. Now, sometimes people ask, what about laptops? What about iPads? Where should I put those? Because usually those are not going to fit in the cabin safe. So what we usually do is we just open up a little cupboard, sometimes right next to the fridge at the desk, there's a cupboard space, and we just tuck it there. We will never leave it out in the open, like on our bed or even on our night table. And part of the reason, it isn't because we don't trust our cabin steward or anything like that, but part of the reason is that the cabin doors are sometimes propped open when the cabin attendant is cleaning your cabin. And I just don't want an invitation for somebody to come in and to take our things. Never live out of your suitcase during your cruise. Take the time to unpack, hang things up, put things in drawers, use packing cubes maybe, place things on shelves. You're just going to see that you're going to have a much better cruise if you stay organized, if you put your things away, and that you make it really feel like you are at home. Now, even though you have a cruise cabin attendant and they are there to make up your room, make up your bed in the morning, clean and disinfect, don't leave a big mess for your cabin steward. If there are clothes all over the place, if there are snacks and food everywhere, it really is very hard for your cabin attendant to be able to clean your cabin. And at the same time, it really is just a little bit of respect. They are cleaning many cabins. They work really hard. So just try to kind of tidy up a little bit so they can clean well, they can clean easily and go about the rest of their work for the day. And if you do order room service, something to do is most cruise lines will ask you to leave your room service tray out in the hallway outside of your cabins. I actually talked about this in a past video. I'll leave it just above if you do want to check it out, about the things that are maybe a little bit annoying on cruises. And I find the trays in the hallways a little bit annoying, but I've been told that that really is the way that you are supposed to do things, and it really isn't the cabin steward's job, but it is somebody who will come and remove all of those trays from the hallway. Okay, are you ready for a super obvious one that isn't, I guess, obvious to everybody, but it is especially important on a cruise ship? It's don't flush anything that you're not supposed to down the toilet. So obviously toilet paper, bodily fluids, that kind of thing, that's what's supposed to go in the toilet. Everything else should be placed in the proper little garbages and stuff that is in your cabin. And something that you will find once in a while, you'll hear, is that if there is a problem and if that toilet system gets blocked, it can lead all of that toilet water to come into the cabin and even sometimes into the hallways outside of the cabin. Really can be a big mess, so don't do that. Now, something else not to do in your cabin, and in particular your balcony, I guess, is not to walk outside on your balcony, well, without any clothes. And I will tell you a little bit of a funny story. No, I did not walk naked out onto the balcony, but what I did do one day is we were in a port of call. It was Jamaica in Falmouth, and I was in the robe, and I walked out onto the balcony. Thank goodness I had a robe on. And when I walked out on the balcony, just to take in, well, that early morning at the cruise port, just as I walked out popped the head of a crew member from a lifeboat right alongside my cabin, because I did have an obstructed balcony cabin. So I had that lifeboat right there, and he just popped his head out, and I just said hello, and he said hello, and I was just drinking my coffee in my bathrobe. But I was a little bit embarrassed, but I was in a bathrobe. But just obviously now, we do not want to be naked on a cruise cabin. These are things that can happen. Now, another thing that can happen is your cruise ship can be docked very close next to another cruise ship when you're in a port of call. And also, of course, if you go out on the balcony, or even if you're not on the balcony, maybe you're in your cabin and the blinds are open, well, you know, people can sometimes see in. So obviously be careful with that. Now, in keeping with balconies and what not to do on balconies on a cruise ship is don't take any of those risky selfies. Now, I have a feeling that most people that are watching this video are not going to do that, but we've all heard about these cases of people taking these really risky selfies out on balconies, sitting up on railings, or worse. Very, very dangerous. Don't do this. You can even be kicked off the cruise ship and even banned for life. Now, if you do have children, make sure that they never climb on the balcony railings, and even that they don't climb up on any of the furniture. So any of those chairs, those tables, it really is very important. Now, just something to mention is on the balcony doors, oftentimes I've seen that there's a lock at the very top. So if I was cruising with young children in my cabin, I would lock that at the top just so they never went out on their own when they weren't supervised. Now, for the enjoyment of your neighbors, do not play loud music on your balcony. And I would say in particular, if you are in a place that is really nice and quiet, that people really want to take in the scenery around them, let's say you're at Glacier Bay or something like that in Alaska, then don't blast music. At any time though, don't blast music. And even in your cabin, the walls are kind of thin, so you don't really want to blast music in your cabin either. Now, something else to be careful of is don't scream, fight, yell, or talk even really loudly in your cabin. Think of it as apartments in a way. When people are walking in the hall, they can actually hear through the cabin door some of what is going on in the cabin. Now, getting back to the balcony for a minute, don't assume that your balcony is all that private. You do really have cabins that are right next to you and people can see through the sides of the balcony dividers. You have cabins that are above you. You have cameras all along the side of the ship. So if you plan on getting a little bit romantic, well then do make sure that you are quite discreet, and even sunbathing in the nude, probably don't do that. Don't leave your cruise ship balconies open. Now, I say this for an extended amount of time. Of course, we all love to hear that ocean breeze, so I know many of us just love to leave our cabin doors open for a while, but apparently it does kind of mess with the air conditioning. And I have been on a Caribbean cruise where I did this. I just loved the feeling of the air coming in from outside. And after about a half an hour of doing that, our cabin was really, really hot. So just for that alone, don't do it, but you're not really supposed to do it either. And the other thing that can happen, if you leave your balcony door open, and if you do open your cabin door like from the front, from the hallway, you will create this massive wind tunnel that it will be so difficult to open that cabin door and things will fly all over the place. So don't do that either. Now, I have a little tip for you, and this has to do with the cruise ship towels. So cruise ships are trying to sort of save water. So they will tell you that if you don't want to have your towels washed every day, your bath towels, and you want to reuse them, you can just simply hang them back up. So if you do hang them back up, your cabin steward is not going to take them. So if you do want them washed, then what you need to do is put them on your bathroom floor. And what I do to make it a little bit easier is I just place them into the shower itself. So it's out of the way, but the cabin attendant can take my towels and wash them daily. Now, these are a couple of things just never to do in your cruise cabin, but these are really kind of like tips. Now, really important, make sure when you book your cruise cabin that you never, ever book a connecting cabin. Now, when I say never ever, I mean a connecting cabin with people that you don't want to connect with, because that is like having another hallway door, but right inside of your cabin. And you will notice that you will hear their sounds, whatever they are. You will hear them from their cabin, and you just don't want that. Now, another tip and something not to do is if you feel like you're getting a little bit seasick, a little bit of motion sickness, you might think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, during the day I'm talking about, I'm going to go lie down in my cabin, just sleep it off. It probably is one of the worst things you can do. So instead, what you should do is go to an open space on the ship. So a large open space like the pool deck, that is where you're going to have the most equilibrium. That is like in the middle of the ship usually. Maybe eat some green apple. That's a natural remedy. That can really help if you don't have any bonine or if you don't have any sea bands. Obviously, that might be something you want to bring on. But if you go to your cruise cabin and you do go lay down, especially if it's a small cabin, you will find that you'll feel much more movement in your cabin than you will in the main areas of the cruise ship. And I have to say, from experience, sitting in the bathroom really doesn't help. Don't bring home or steal the robes that sometimes cruise lines will let you use on a complimentary basis during your cruise. Now, if you do bring home that plush robe that felt really good on your cruise, and maybe you think you're going to bring that home and it's going to feel just like when you were on a cruise, well, most cruise lines will charge you between $50 and $75 if you do take that robe from the cabin. So really not worth it. They probably do sell it in the gift shop. So I probably would buy it there if you absolutely love it. Now, please let me know if there are other tips that you can think of things that you absolutely should not do in a cruise cabin. Now, I'm going to leave a video right after this one all about the cruise cabin hacks that you absolutely must know about before you go on a cruise. Now, if you are planning a cruise, you might want to check out my Ultimate Cruise Planner. Now, in this printable cruise planner, you have 47 pages of everything that you could need to plan your cruise. So you have everything from an embarkation day checklist to shore excursion planning forms, cruise packing lists, and more. If you do want to check it out, I will leave the link in the description below this video and you can see the details. It is $10 off right now. Now, if you did enjoy this video, please do give it a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And of course, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. Bye for now and happy cruising.